What's up, my little potatoes? Welcome to the Q&A, where I answer your questions. I've wanted to do a Q&A video for a while, and I have my little baby here with me. How you doing, girl? But I never really thought I'd have enough questions to answer. But I do have a handful this time to answer, and I figured might as well do it because I can, okay? So I also have some chores to do today. I took a shower, and I have some stuff to do today, so you're coming with me. So that'll be fun, and so is she. She's coming with me too. So let's go. Let's answer the first question. So the first question is from Goodridge Gaming, and the question is, what YouTubers do you look up to and inspire you? I have quite a lot of YouTubers I watch that inspired me personally. There's a lot to name. There's a lot of YouTubers I like. I guess there's the obvious PewDiePie, Jacksepticeye, Markiplier. Those are obvious. Everyone likes them, or in most cases, most people like them. So I would watch them, and I thought to myself, you know, this is really fun. I want to do something like this. I also watched Dashie. Dashie is a really good YouTuber. I really like him. Who else besides just PewDiePie and Jacksepticeye and Markiplier? Because those are always the obvious answer. Why are you sniffing my ear? I don't know. I can't remember any right now off the top of my head, but Jacksepticeye, PewDiePie, Markiplier, and Dashie are all YouTubers I watch. Like, when they put out a video, I'll usually watch it. More so Dashie. I'll always keep up with Dashie. Yandere Dev. I keep up with every single one of his videos, but I only recently subscribed to him, so I guess he doesn't count, because he wasn't the first few to inspire me. So those are the YouTubers that have to say inspired me and that I look up to. Like, I really want to be like them in a lot of ways. So when you watch their videos, they're very... Even with their popularity in most cases, they're very down to earth, even with their popularity, and they're very kind, especially Jacksepticeye. He's very, how do I say this? He doesn't let it get to his head, and you can tell that he doesn't, even with his popularity. And I want to be like that. I want to not only be able to make videos like them and have the kind of humor they have. Well, not the kind of humor. I like my kind of humor. I want to keep my humor, but more so the way they put their videos together and the way they make everything work. I want to be able to do that too. They just seem to have it all down packed. They seem to know what they're doing and they do it good, and I just want to be like that. So that's what I look up to. That's who I look up to. And yeah, that's the answer to that question. So another question, I got two questions. They were very similar from Remusic and Pump Tart Baby. Pretty much, what made me get into YouTube, or how did I get into YouTube? Now this kind of obviously ties in with the YouTubers that inspired me, because I got into YouTube because they inspired me to do YouTube. I started that because obviously they inspired me to do the videos. There were other reasons, like I enjoy editing videos, and because I enjoy editing videos, what's the best way to edit a video? I mean, there's obviously many best ways, but YouTube was a very good idea because I was like, well, I get to edit videos, I get to do stuff like that. So because I like editing videos and I like doing things like that, I thought YouTube would be a fun idea, because not only do I get to have fun and play video games, which I love video games, but I get to then go ahead and be creative and edit those videos and make them funny, how I think they're funny, and do all that kind of stuff. So not only was the YouTubers something that inspired me, but the fact that I would get to edit my videos and be creative was something was also a big part in why I wanted to do YouTube videos, because I love being creative, not only just with art and making art, but editing stuff and all that kind of stuff. Another big thing was I really do like entertaining people in a sense, and I'm not very good at it in person. Like I'm kind of I'm not a super shy person anymore, but I'm also not very talkative. I can be. It depends on the person and how they are. And then that in turn changes how I act. But in most cases, I get very stage shy. Like, I can't sing in front of people. I love singing, but I can't sing in front of people. I just can't do it. So I feel like it's a good way to entertain people for me, because it's easier for me. I don't get as bad of a stage fright. She's grabbing my camera. God damn it. What are you doing, baby? She's cleaning herself. I wish I could show you, but I can't because she's on my camera, so... There's so many other places you could do that. What are you doing? Okay, so I guess I'm gonna have to just do it while she's sitting on my camera. So I felt like it was a good way to entertain people. And so when I see people comment, hey, this was super funny, I laughed super hard, or I really like this, it really means a lot to me, because that's also another reason why I wanted to do this, or what got me into it. I really like when I entertained people. It was pretty cool, right? She agrees. She enjoys entertaining people too, with her cuteness. Now, Sir Fox of the Beans asks, what sort of fantasy do you like? I don't know what we're talking about here. We're talking about video games, movies. I don't know what we're talking about, roleplay. But I guess in general, my favorite types of fantasy in general, I don't know if we're talking about like my fantasies or games. If we're going off games and movies and stuff, I'd say my favorite types of fantasies are things that are like out of the box. Like, you know, there's the usual, vampires, werewolves, but I like things that are a little out of the box, like other dimensions, I like other dimensional stuff, like, oh, there's another world beyond this mirror, or, you know, things you wouldn't, like, I mean, obviously that's a little overused as well, but things that you wouldn't normally think of or consider, like, wow, these things actually might have feelings, like, you know, when there's a movie or a game where they show you, like, the perspective of, like, something you would never imagine has feelings or thoughts or anything, and you're sitting there thinking, like, and like you watch a movie about living fucking furniture or whatever, and then you fucking look at your furniture like, does it really upset you when I sit on your face? So in that case, I like those kinds of things where it kind of blows your mind and you sit there thinking after, I wonder if these things really do have feelings or thoughts. I mean, they obviously don't, or do they? And if we're going based off like my fantasies, I mean, I don't even know. Like, I have so many different, like, I have such a huge imagination, so there's so many things that could be, like, my favorite. Like, I mean, I've imagined, like, worlds where there were, like, more than just humans, like, there were, like, animalistic beings and alien-like beings and, like, all that. That would be cool as fuck. Like, I would love that if that was a thing. She's in my hood, if you were wondering. Or can you kind of see her? I don't know. She's in my hood somewhere. She's nibbling on herself. So, I mean, there's also, I'm trying to think of some weird-ass dreams. I always have weird-ass dreams. Most of the time I have nightmares, but I always have these weird-ass dreams. I'm trying to think of a weird-ass dream I had that I would love to be reality. This is a fantasy I would love to be reality. Okay, so even when I was little, I always loved the thought of having the ability to shapeshift. I've always loved that. And not just shapeshift into anything, animals. If I could shapeshift into any animal I wanted, you best damn bet I would be ecstatic. That would be amazing. So, in regards to fantasies I have, that would probably be my favorite, because that's been something I've always enjoyed the thought of since I was, like, little. So, I think that would be my answer for that, if we're talking about it in that regards. Now, Sir Trolley of the Beans asked 2 questions. First question was, do you pay too much for your car insurance? Now, I know this was, like, a joking question, but truth is, when I had my last job, I did pay a lot in car insurance. It was a lot. I paid $200 in car insurance every month, which was fucking a lot. I don't pay that anymore. Oh, thank God. That was horrible, always having to pay that every month. That was a lot of money. And I think the reason I had to pay so much was because I didn't get my license when I was like 16 or 17, like most people do. No, I didn't get my license till I was like 21. So I didn't know how to drive a car till I was like 21. And that was the first time I was driving a car. That was the first time I even had a license. So I think that played in a lot to it being a lot of money. But thank God it's not that way anymore. That was horrible. Trolley of the Beans' next question was, what makes a game good to you? That is a hard question to answer, just because there are so many things that can make a game good, whether it's the voice acting, graphics, the storyline, stuff like that. I'd have to say there are a few things I absolutely love in a game. If a game has these things in it, I will absolutely love the game, almost guaranteed. If it has very good character customization, because I love being able to customize my character, or if it has the ability to change the story based off of your decisions. If the game has any story-changing decisions, I usually love it. That's why I love the Telltale series so much, because it gives you so many choices, so many options, and the story can change in so many ways that it's got so much replayability, and I just love that about games. I also love when it's open world, when it's got a lot of quests. Those are just like basic silly things though. I'd have to say the graphics I don't care that much about. It could have shitty graphics as long as it has a good storyline, and it's very how can I word this? It's very attention grabbing. Like, it has a good storyline and it has some entertaining factors. I really couldn't care that much about the graphics. I've played games with shitty graphics and still enjoyed it. So I think those are the main aspects that I really enjoy. And if I want to put out my favorite genre, I think it's obvious. Horror. Horror is my favorite genre. I also like strategy. I like a few other things, but horror is the absolute best genre for me. I love playing horror games. I love watching horror movies. So yeah, I think that's what makes a good game. So if it's horror, if it's got a lot of good choices that change the story, and if it has character customization, you got me. So that's it for the video. I know it's kind of short. There was only a few questions. But that's fine. I wanted to answer the questions. I've also really wanted to do a video like this for a little while. If I'm being completely honest, I also really wanted to do this video because I knew it'd be short, it'd be simple. And I have been a little busy with work, so I knew it'd be easy for me to edit and put on YouTube. So I hope you guys enjoyed anyways, me answering a few questions that I had. I know there wasn't that many, but at least I did answer them for you. And if you do have any questions that you want me to answer maybe in a future Q&A video, put them in the comments below, because I will answer them in a future video. If there's a lot of questions, or if people like videos like this, then I will probably do them more often. Depending on how many questions are asked, I may do them more often. If there's not that many questions, I'll do them once in a while. So I really hope you liked this video. If you did, give this video a like. If you're not yet, subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video, alright? Later, taters!